We'll be starting with the floor. So what you want to do is to fluff it up very well like this, so that the flour is not clumped up and you don't pack more than you need into your measuring cup. So I'll be using 2 measuring cups for this because I have trust issues. This is one of it. I mean, this is the 1 cup measurement. The first thing we'll do right now is to determine how many grams are in 1 cup of flour. So make sure that you level very well. You see how level it is. So let's see how many grams are in 1 cup. You can see with this cup I got 120 grams. This is the second cup that I'll be using because something is telling me that they will vary. Okay, so guys, don't dip your cup into the your measuring cup into the flour. Just use something else to pack the flour into the flour and then level it as you see me do. Okay, so you want to make sure that you zero out what is already on the measuring scale. As you can see, is on 0. So this cup gave me 115 grams. You see, this is why I decided to try this out using 2 measuring cups, because I had the feeling that the measurements will vary. So if you are using measuring cups for your measurement, make sure that you are using a particular type throughout so that your measurements will not vary. Don't use in this case the white one to measure the flour and then the red one to measure the sugar. Your measurements will vary. Just use one particular flour throughout for your measurement. Okay, so the next thing we'll do now is to determine how many cups of flour are in 500 grams. I've already measured out the flour, 500 grams, as you saw. So as usual, the way to go is to fluff up your flour before measuring it. Remember, I said you have to use something else to pack the flour into the cup. You're not dipping the cup into the flour. Okay, if not, a cup of flour can even give you like 200 grams if you try that. So right here we have 1 cup. I'm going to fast forward this so that we don't sleep here. We are 4 cups down and what is left can't fit into 1 cup. So right now I'm using the 1/3 cup to see if it will fill it up. But then I realized that the 1/3 cup was too small for it, so I decided to use half cup instead. Using this cup, we can say that 500 grams gave us 4.5 cups. So now let's move on to sugar. Well, first of all, we'll determine how many grams of sugar are in 1 cup. I'll still use both cups for this. Now for the sugar, you don't need to fluff it up, okay? Because it has more density than the flour. So as you can see, our measuring scale is zeroed. Okay, for this cup, we have 190 grams. And then for the other cup, the red cup, we'll see. So we have 195 grams. So there's still 5 grams difference, just like the flour. Okay, so now let's determine how many cups are in 500 grams of sugar. This is what is left after 2 cups. It can't fill up 1 cup, so I'll be using half cup to try it. After 2 cups and a half, we still have some leftover. So I was wondering, like, what will happen if I use the other cup? Will it fill it up? Will it finish? So I decided, you know what, I'm going to try the other cup to see how that goes. So guys, one important thing to note while using measuring cup is that you won't get the same amount always, especially with your flour. So I would advise that you get a measuring scale with time. It is a very good investment. It's a staple in your home. You can use it for a lot of things. And if you intend to take baking seriously, you really need a measuring scale, okay? It ensures consistency with your recipes. It cuts down the time of measuring your ingredients. Just imagine the time it took me to measure with my measuring scale and the time it's taking me to measure with cups. You can see that the measuring scale is way faster. Okay, so get a measuring scale. Okay, so this is half cup of that red cup. Is a set of multicolored cups. That's why this one is orange and the other one is red. They are the same set of cups. I've measured out 2 cups already. This is half cup, so let's see. After using this set of measuring cups, you can see that the sugar that is left is not as much as what was left when I used the white set. So I would say that this multicolored set of cups are more accurate than the white one. So moving on to the butter, I would be covering my measuring cups with cling film because I don't want to make a mess. So with the butter, what you will do is to press it into the cup so that there are no holes. It can fill it properly. As you can see what I'm doing here, I'm making sure to press it so that it can fill all corners of the cup. Now after it gets full, you want to make sure that it is leveled. As always, just try your best to level this. I'll pull out the cling film now and measure it. You can see that there are no holes in this because of how well I pressed the butter into the cup. Here we have 230 grams. So let's try the other cup. So with this we have 219 grams. 219 grams, yeah. The other one was 230, this one is 219. I don't know, maybe I overfilled the other one or I underfilled this one, or it is what it is. So guys, we have come to the end of this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.